If your steak sizzles into a puddle of gray water, you didn't buy dinner, you bought a salt bath. You're about to see how a ribeye with up to 12% added solution can shrink, toughen, and blow up your sodium for the day. We'll start with Walmart's Great Value Beef and then pull back the curtain on 6 more brands that lean on injections, tenderizing needles, or heavy sauces to fake quality.
It's been in use since 1952. I don't think that's the original, but that comes out on a cart, table side. Steaks are, just kind of laid out like that. We have the au jus sauce in there. Really, it's just the marbling. We've already seasoned this piece, so you can't really tell the marbling, but we use USDA prime exports here, and we season it with just basic salt, pepper, put it on the plate, dress it with some au jus, and then baked potato and salad come with every entree.
All right.
And that's what we do.
All right. I know you can get a nice prime rib at most of the grocery stores, at Costco and whatnot. How do we make sure that we have a good prime rib?
If you want real protein per dollar and less stress on your heart, stay with me. I'll show you the label tells you everything the marketing won't. Why does a ribeye that looks thick in the package cook down to a thin, gray slab that weeps liquid like a defrosted sponge? Let's start with the quiet trick that makes it happen. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video.
The price of a pound of ground beef is at an all-time high. Store managers tell me that some people are pinching their wallets, but many aren't.
Let's say you want a ground beef right now. Normally you'll pay $3.99. Right now you're paying $5.99, maybe $6.99 depending on where you're getting it or what quality of beef you're getting.
Data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows the average price per pound of ground beef at $6.34 just last month. That's an almost 16% increase from last year.
The truth is, when a steak gets enhanced with up to 12% added solution, it stops being pure beef. It's a brined product. You're paying steak prices for water and salt, not dense protein. The front says ribeye, the glam shot shows marbling, but the fine print lists an injection, and that turns dinner into a sodium hit with shrinkage. Run a simple pan test. 2 equal weight steaks go into the same hot skillet. One is the enhanced cut, one is the real thing. The enhanced one drops a gray puddle, stalls the heat, and steams instead of searing. The surface won't brown well. Fibers seize. Bite into it and you get rubbery chew and flat flavor. Here's why. That added solution spikes sodium per serving and dilutes the protein you get per dollar.
What's the secret to a good prime rib, and how you don't grill this thing? You have to put it in the oven because it's too big of a piece. So
Slow and low.
Slow and low. So
Yep.
how low of a temperature are we talking about?
Obviously at home, if you want it done a little bit more, feel free to leave it in a little bit longer and go from there.
And you guys have a great presentation at Tom's when you bring everything kind of out to the table and you prepare it right there. Tell us about that.
So this right here is our brazier. It's at about 275.
Wow.
2 to 3 hours, depending on the doneness that you like. We do it for about 2 hours. We like to get it medium rare.
All right.
That way the customer could order it however they want.
The moisture injection floods the surface at cooking temp, so the crust never forms right. Less Maillard, less steak flavor. It's like buying a gallon of gas cut with water. Your car sputters and you still paid full price. There's another risk baked in. Many of these value steaks are also mechanically tenderized. Needles punch through the surface to push liquid inside. Those needles can drive surface bacteria deeper. If you don't cook to a hard-done finish, that interior is not a safe place to hide. Seniors who prefer gentler cooks for comfort get boxed into a choice they shouldn't have to make. And if that's the leader on the value shelf, what do you think legacy mail-order boxes and freezer aisle steaks are hiding under sauces and vacuum seals? The payoffs are plain. Up to 12% solution means less edible beef, more salt, and worse texture.
So this is the finished product there. Gus is going to help me carve that, and then
The horseradish sauce.
creamy horseradish sauce.
Wonderful.
So for just a smaller batch recipe here, granulated onion and garlic.
All right.
Liberally season it on the outside there, and then we just throw that in the oven.
Roast
about
it?
275, 2 to 3 hours, depending on the doneness, once again. And then by the power of TV.
That is a big cut of prime rib right there, Gus.
Yes.
That gray water is just injected liquid steaming out, killing your sear. Some brands will lean on flash freeze and processing to mask the same issues. Now let's move on to the other 6 names that lean on freezing, needles, and heavy sauces to fake a steak night. Which names trade on nostalgia or loud labels but hand you snack-sized portions, rubbery chew, and a salt spike? Let's start with the 6 usual suspects. Mail-order steak boxes, big box freezer ribeyes, licensed frozen sirloin dinners, stir-fry beef packs, pre-seasoned prime sirloins, and those ultra-thin reformed slices that promise a filly but eat like lunch meat. They lean on big claims, aged, prime, chef style. The plate pushes back. You get odd textures, off notes, and tiny cuts that vanish in the pan while the price stays bold. That gap between promise and bite is the red flag. Mail-order steaks arrive flash frozen and heavily processed. You open one and catch freezer burn notes, or a cooked then frozen vibe that dulls the beef. Portions often land at 4 ounces, which looks fine in a catalog but turns into 2 forkfuls and a lot of air on the plate. Here's the real kicker. Many of these cuts run through needles to tenderize. That drives surface bacteria inside. If you don't cook past medium, the center is not a safe bet. Seniors often want gentler cooks for comfort. That's a bad match. Bulk store ribeye that looks like flank is another tell. Pale fat, coarse grain, and a saline or water load that boils off fast. The pan hisses, then goes quiet. What's left tastes like cardboard and regret. Licensed frozen steak meals drown the meat in gravy. Sodium rockets past the daily target in one tray, and the texture lands closer to can than steak. You're buying sauce with a side of beef. Then there's prime stamped on sirloin that isn't USDA prime. Pre-seasoned packs clock big sodium, plus sugars and phosphates that bloat and leave you thirsty. The meat reads sweet slick, not savory. Use a simple filter. Skip vague cuts. Any label that says, contains up to X% solution, heavy sauces, and 4-ounce steaks. Pick whole muscle pieces, clear grades, no added solution, and you keep flavor, protein, and control. So what is the takeaway if you want real protein per dollar without the salt trap? Real steak doesn't need a salt bath, a needle, or a gravy mask. If the label hides water, grade, or the actual cut, you're paying for fillers while your heart takes the hit. The truth is, buzzwords and staged photos are there to keep your eyes off the fine print. You might want to run one test. Pick whole muscle, clearly graded, no added solution, no pre-cooked or pre-sauced tricks. If this gave you something to chew on, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone buying value steaks. They want protein, not brine. Next time, we'll show fast label checks that cut shrink to near zero.